My name is Nathan, and I'm being held against my will. I don't know how long I've been here, but it feels like months. My prison is dark and I cannot see anything. From time to time, I hear sounds from the outside world. They are distorted and muffled. I can make out my captors' voices just enough to notice an eerily gleeful tone. The distant sounds of music also make their way into my ears. My captors play classical music all the time. Classical motherfucking music. I can't stand to hear it. I'm trapped here and they're forcing me to listen to fucking Mozart. I want to go home to my wife and daughter. Will I ever see them again? I smash my arms and legs against the walls of my cell. They are met with a spongy surface coated in a nauseatingly squishy mucus. I guess not being able to see has its advantages. I'm terrified of knowing what these walls are made of. The last thing I remember before waking up is going to a takeout restaurant to pick up a meal for my family. My wife asked me to have it delivered since it was raining so hard, but I insisted on going. The food is warmer when I go get it myself. Delivery boys always seem to stop by our house at the end of their route, and I didn't feel like having another lukewarm meal. I grabbed my keys and ran out the door, jokingly promising I'd be back home in time for supper. After picking up our meal, I headed back towards my house. The rain wasn't letting up at all. My wipers could barely handle the load. I knew I'd be home soon, so I kept going at the same speed. It was a terrible mistake. I watched as a car on the opposing lane flew through a puddle and rammed me straight off the road. Clutching the steering wheel tightly, I tried to regain control of my vehicle. The image of the tree I hit is still burned into my retinas. I cannot recall anything after that. I've been in this cell for so long, I barely remember how to talk. I'm so lonely. My little Sophia will be turning 7 soon. Or has she already turned 7? It's hard to tell anymore. I used to count the days, but after they turned into months, I lost track. I want to go home. I want to hold my wife and kids in my arms and tell them I love them. I'm not a perfect man by any means, but what did I ever do to deserve this? What did my family ever do to deserve this? I want to sit around our old kitchen table with its crayon stains and chipped corners. As my thoughts continue to drift, I suddenly realize it's getting harder to breathe. There's something around my neck. My emaciated arms reach up to try and pull it off, but I haven't the strength to do so. Maybe it's better this way. My family must have moved on by now. I welcome the sweet relief of death. With freedom at my fingertips, I feel a large hand reaching for me and pulling me out of my prison. No, you son of a bitch. I was ready to die, damn it. It's too bright to see anything. So I keep my eyes closed. I can barely breathe. I can't move at all. I feel the hand slapping me firmly on the back, dislodging a chunk of mucus from my throat. I must have swallowed it when he was pulling me out. I cry out for my family. I scream and scream, begging for them to take me home. They don't listen to me. I hear them laughing. The man holding me speaks out. "It's a boy," he says. "No shit, Sherlock. What the fuck did you expect? Did you think my genitals would shrivel off while he kept me locked up?" I continue to scream and thrash about in a desperate attempt to free myself. Nothing works. Fucking shit. I must be in hell. I've been out of my spongy cell for a few months now. It was hard for my eyes to adjust to the light. I must have been in captivity for longer than I thought. My captors pretend not to understand when I scream at them. The dark cell has been traded in for a more traditional prison made of metal bars. I tried escaping many times, but I've always been caught. I think my captors are filming me. Those sick sons of bitches. They laugh and taunt me, jiggling my prison's keys just outside of my reach. They make fun of my broken body. They take such pleasure in watching me trying to crawl away whenever they take me out of my cell, only to place me back where I started. Their cruelty knows no bounds. They don't even allow me the dignity of using the bathroom on my own. It's just as well. If they treat me like an animal, then I will act like an animal. I find great pleasure in retaliating against them by urinating on them whenever they try to shame me. I feel no shame anymore. I only feel the burning desire for revenge. When they feed me their poisonous food, I toss it back to them and try my hardest to throw up on them. I make a game out of trying to get it into their mouths. I now know that I'll never be free, but I sure as fuck won't go down without a fight. I will spend every damn day of this miserable life trying to inflict onto them the same hell they've inflicted onto me. I wait at night for them to go to bed, and then I scream at the top of my lungs. I enjoy causing them sleep deprivation. It's just a little solace in my otherwise horrid experience. Sophia, my darling daughter, if you can hear me, please know that I love you. Cher, my beautiful wife, I'm sorry I didn't take your advice. I should have just had the meal delivered. I hope you know how much I miss and adore you both. Please know that I'm here against my will. I would do anything to be in your arms again. I love you, Nathan.